Alright, shalom, shalom. Alright, first and foremost, I'd like to begin by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakadash. Alright, double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to all the brothers on the four corners of the earth, that teaching us good gospel, no sincerity, and all truth. Alright, shalom. This is brother here, I'm here back again to another lesson. Well, this is part 2 to the lesson I did already do. Right? I post part 1. So this is part 2 because I had gotten a call and that did just stop the whole lesson. Right? So this is gonna be part 2, to the lesson I did, and I was touching on Ezekiel 3. Right? We did reach verse 17. I had it in the GNT as well too. So we're gonna go right back and start off where we did left off at, because it didn't finish. Still had more to it, which we're gonna finish off and get this over with. And I'll come back with a different lesson. And that lesson I might do that lesson with brother Yaakov as well too. Right? But Ezekiel 3 and verse 17, I think it's in GNT, because I was reading off when the lesson had stopped. It says, "Mortal man," he said, "I'm making you a lookout for the nation of Israel. You will pass on the warning I give you." Can you remember the Lord gave us the warning? We had to pass it on to the Lord's people. Right? Because the Lord does want us firstly. Right? And we had to warn his people. Right? But if we don't warn the people and they die and they didn't get the warning, their blood will be upon us. But if we warn them and they didn't, well, let's read the scripture. Verse 17. Verse 18 in the KJV, it says, "When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand." Right? And in GNT it says, "If I announce that someone evil is going to die, but you do not warn him to change his ways so that he can save his life, he will die still a sinner, but I'll hold you responsible for his death." Because remember, we had to warn the people. Right? And that's what we're doing. We had to warn the people. How we warning them? By preaching unto them. Right? Remember it says, "Seek ye the Lord Yahweh while he may be found, call upon him while he's near." And right now the Lord is near. And how he's near? Through his prophets, because his prophets are given the warning right now. That the scripture says, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid?" Right? Remember the scripture says, it was 3 and verse 7, "He revealed his secrets unto his servants the prophets." Right? So he revealed it unto us, his secrets, and we had to warn the people, because he revealed it unto us. Right? So if we warn them and they didn't listen, their blood is upon them, because they didn't listen to the Lord's prophet. But if we don't warn them, like what these other camps and them doing, because they are not warning the Lord's people about the danger that is to come, they outrightly telling people to go and take that mark. Right? That's what they're telling them to do, to go and take that mark. They're not warning them to not take the mark and all these different things like we doing. The true prophets of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, they're not doing that. So when the Lord comes back, their blood will be upon. Remember the scripture say, hear that? Thunder. Right? Remember the scripture say, right? He woe unto the pastors that scatter the Lord's sheep, and that's what they're doing, they're scattering the Lord's sheep. Let me read that real quick, because guess what? They're not warning the Lord people about the danger to come, about the prophecies that's happening in the world, about the day of the Lord is very soon. They're not warning the people. Right? As the scripture says to do. Warn them. They're not doing that. Right? Remember, these men sell out. Right? These men sold out. They took the bag, so they're not warning people, they're teaching back the people Jesus Christ again. And that's just the blind leading blind. Even if they know, because remember the scripture says, "He that know the right and do the wrong will be beaten by many stripes." And Bishop Nathan them, they know that the name of the Lord is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. But guess what? They're still teaching Jesus, because they're under that they just sold out. They took the bag to promote that name Jesus, so the people could be still under that bubble. Right? Remember Remember that the deceiver and the deceiver are his. Right? Ezekiel 14:9, when a prophet spoke some, I, the Lord, Yahweh Hashem, have deceived that prophet, roughly paraphrasing. So I, all the Lord will, to still have them under that bubble. But guess what? The Lord elect will escape that bubble, because still, because remember Apostle Tar, our elders and apostles been saying it still have some of the Lord elect in them other camps and them in IYC and them. Right? Jeremiah 23:1, it said, woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, say the Lord. And remember the scripture say woe, that means destruction. So woe unto them pastors that scatter the Lord's sheep. And that's what they do, they scatter the Lord's sheep. So woe unto them, destruction unto them. Wow. That one was long. Right? Woe unto them, destruction unto them. Right? Alright. So, hey, woe unto them, destruction unto them, because they scatter the Lord's sheep. They're not feeding the sheep as the scripture said to do. That the Lord tell Peter, if you love me, feed my sheep. If you love me, feed my sheep. If you love me, feed my lamb. Right? So can. Right? But we gotta go back. In the it was Ezekiel 3. Yep. Ezekiel 3 and verse 19 says, if you do warn an evil man and he doesn't stop sinning, he will die still a sinner, but your life will be spared. And that's always going to spare our life, right? Because we have to warn them, and if they don't listen, that's on them. That's not how we deliver our soul. We read in the KJV, that's what it says, right? Ezekiel 3 and 19 in the KJV, it says, yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. And that's what we deliver our soul. But they will die in their iniquity and their sins. Right? So this is just the finishing off part of the lesson, which I did. The first part. So there's part 2 here, and I'll close off by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yoshai, Ba'ashem Makakadash. Pray this lesson was edifying to Lord's elect, and until next time, I say Shalom to Lord's elect, and Shalom. Labakariam and Tetis wicked place, Shalom to the elect. And stay strong, brothers. Shalom.